guys, today I'm going to do something that I feel like has been a long time coming, something that I've promised to do for quite some time, but haven't really gotten around to finishing it. So I've spent probably the last like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks maybe, filming this video, kind of like doing one look here and there, and I don't remember exactly the looks that I've done and which colors that I've used. But anyway, we're talking about the Blendbunny Primal palette. This is their newest palette. They did send this to me in PR. I have done a first impression video as well as swatches. I will link that up in the corner if you want to go check it out. But this is a beautiful palette, and I've already filmed 3 looks with this. I think this is going to be my 4th look. Like I said, not exactly sure what I haven't used in this. I don't feel like I focused too much on the greens in this palette, and I don't really want to do that for this look either, because I have something in mind that I really want to do with this, and I think it's going to be really fun. So I think we should just go ahead and jump in. Now, I'll show you the other looks that I've done at the end of the video like I usually do, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and start by priming my eyes with my Natasha Denona eyeshadow base. You guys probably know I do have a code with Blendbunny. It's just Annette, and it will save you 10% off. It is an affiliated code if you want to use it, so thank you so much if you do. It really does help me out a lot. But today I want to do, I was just watching Angie's video this morning. She was reviewing the new collection from Jaclyn Hill, and she was using the strawberry palette, or I don't know, that's just the kind of vibes that I get from it. I think it was just called the strawberry palette though, because it had a strawberry on the outside. Anyway, my point is that I just want to look like a strawberry at the end of this look. So that's going to be my inspiration. I want to do something kind of similar to what she did, but also not exactly the same, because I do have something in mind that I really want to do, and I think it's just going to be really fun. So I mostly want to use these sort of corally shades on the red shade and the white shade, and then I want to do some like green dots in my inner corner to kind of like represent the strawberry. So I think that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do, and I'm excited because I think this is just gonna turn out to be really, really fun. And I like fun because anytime I get to use some liners or dots or do something a little bit different, it just makes me really happy. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. So I'm gonna take, let's use one of the Blendbunny brushes, because why not? Since we're reviewing Blendbunny, might as well use the brushes because they are awesome. So I'm going to take this shade here, which is the shade called Nectar, and it's what I used as a blush today, and I think it turned out really nice. Like, that is a beautiful blush color, and I'm going to use that as my crease color. And then I'm probably going to deepen it up with the red, and then maybe a little bit of the black. I'm going to put the white in the inner corner of my eye. I'm probably going to put down a white base to make it like really pop, and then I'm going to use one of the split liners in the Glisten Cosmetics palette that I built as the green dots here, and I think that's going to be it. And I'm probably going to do some lashes, and it's gonna look really, really cute, and I'm excited. So I'm gonna start with this one. This is the, let's see, what brush are you? B5 brush. If you have been looking at this brush set and you're not sure about it, get it. It's really good. It's very, very nice for if you have small eyes, hooded eyes, if you just like precise blending brushes, these are really nice. I think this is the largest of the ones that come in a set, and that says a lot that I can actually use the largest brush that comes in a set, because usually the biggest brushes are like highlighting brushes for my face for me, because I just have a really small face. I'm a petite person, and so my features are just small, and for that reason, like big blending brushes just doesn't work for me on my eyes, so I tend to use them on my face instead, which is totally fine because it just means I have a lot of brushes for that. But just saying, if you're looking for a small brush set, this would definitely be the one to pick up. Look at how cute that color is. Oh, I love that. I'm gonna wing it out just a little bit. I don't think I want this to be like too blown out, but then again, you never know what's gonna happen once you start blending it out, because sometimes it just takes over and all of a sudden the shadow is like almost off my hairline. But we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to contain it a little bit here and not like go too crazy with this, but that looks really good. I think this is just where I'm gonna leave it. So I'm gonna do the same on this eye, and then I'm gonna do the red shade, and I'm fully aware that the red is probably gonna turn quite pink since I am building it on top of a pink, but that's kind of what I'm looking for as well. I don't really mind that. Oh, this color is so cute. I'm gonna switch to a smaller brush also from Blendbunny. This is also in the set, it's the B3. Just gonna take the same shade and run that underneath my eye here and just kind of blend it into the crease. And you can see now when I'm putting it underneath my eye just how much of a difference it makes when you put it on top of a unset eyeshadow primer, because look how much more vibrant it is on my lid than it is underneath my eye. And that just goes to show that eyeshadow primer is so important, especially for me. Like, I don't know how anyone could not use some kind of an eyeshadow primer and be happy with their eye looks, because I definitely would not be happy with it. Like, I could probably get something to look okay, but I just feel like it makes a world of difference to have a good eyeshadow primer down. So this is where I'm going to leave it with this shade. Next, I'm going to take the red shade, which is a shade called Huntress. I'm pretty sure I have not used this one yet. So quite excited to dip into this one. And I'm also quite excited for later today because I posted on my community tab yesterday. I don't know when this video is going up and if this is even going up first, but I posted saying something that I want to start filming a little bit of fashion content again, maybe like nothing on a regular basis. Don't worry, it's not going to take over my channel. I did get a couple of comments being like, I don't care for that, but that's fine. It's not going to be for everybody, but I also have gotten some of you requests that I bring back some of the fashion content that I used to do, because I did used to do some hauls and try-ons and just like the occasional try-on video, and I think they're really fun. And so I think I'm gonna go to the mall after this and maybe film like just a very casual come shopping with me video and just go to some fitting rooms and try on some things. And I don't want it to have like a theme or anything like that. I don't really care if the video does well, if I'm being honest. I just want to do it for myself. I want to do something that I haven't done in a while and just a little bit of a change on my channel. Like I said, it's not going to be anything that I'm going to do on a regular basis, but I just thought it could be fun, and I'm excited because I haven't been to the mall in a while and it'll just be a good time. Like, look how strawberry-y this look is already. I'm living for this. I love this color. Again, it's definitely pulling a little pink, like I said before, but I knew it would because I'm layering the red over a pink, so of course it's going to turn pink, but it's doing exactly what it is that I wanted to do. And I'm also happy to say that this red doesn't seem to irritate my eye at all. Sometimes if I put red shades, like pure red shades on my lower lash line, my eyes can start watering a bit, and that's just because red dyes do tend to irritate some people, and I find that that does happen with me sometimes. It's not like something that is gonna make me stop using red shades, but sometimes, like I said, it does just make my eye water a little bit if I get it too close to or like in my eye. And so far I haven't had any problems at all with this shade. Like, that is looking so bright and so fun. I really like how this looks. So it's not perfect around the edges. I'm gonna go back in with the lighter shade, but I am just gonna keep working on deepening this up. So I'm gonna take this shade here, which is the one called Lethal. It's the one that's right next to the red that we just used. And I'm just gonna take that on the very outer corner of my eye. And the thing that I love so much about the Blendbunny formula is that I'm not worried at all about this being a third color and like building it, because I know it's gonna build. And that just makes it so much easier to want to reach for a palette when you know that you're not gonna have any issues blending shadows on top of each other and that they're just gonna do what you want them to do. Because that is exactly what I look for in my eyeshadows. Like, I don't want to have to worry about whether or not I'm gonna get the result that I want from a shadow. Like, I just want it to work. I just want it to work in every way that I can use it. And even though I've said many times before, I don't mind going in with the darkest shade first, like that's totally fine. But if I don't have to, I'm probably not going to. The only time that I really do that is with blue shades, because they just don't tend to build that well. But I want to be able to use these kind of colors in this kind of way, because I just feel like I get a bit of a better blend when I go from light to dark. But I can obviously make them work both ways, but it's just a personal preference thing. But these are just, I love the mask from Blendbunny. I've said it so many times and I'll keep saying it until all of you have bought these palettes, because they truly are just so good. So I'm not taking this underneath my eye. I want most of my depth to just be on the upper portion. And I'm next gonna go back in with that big fluffy blending brush, take a little bit more of the first transition shade and just kind of run that over the edge here and make sure that this is nice and blended. I'm just taking a little bit more of the red shade as well on the same brush and just going very, very lightly just in between. But I mean, these really do just kind of blend themselves. Like, it's kind of insane. Like, that just looks so good. Okay, so I am gonna use some shimmers, but I think I wanna put down my inner corner first. And I'm gonna see if I can find my white P. Louise base, which is the one that I like to use as a base for like white shadows or pastel shadows when I do want a white base, which is not that often. But if I'm gonna use a white in the inner corner, I do like to put down a white base first just to really make it pop. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a little bit of this base, just gonna pop that in the very inner corner here. And I'm just gonna blend it out exactly where it is that I want to put the white matte over the top. And I'm gonna dip my brush into the white matte very heavily, and I'm just gonna start packing that over the top and seeing just how white and bright I'm able to get this. Now this isn't the most pigmented white shadow that I've ever used, but it's definitely not a bright white shadow. Like, it is doing exactly what it is that I wanted to do here, but it's just taking a little bit of building to get this to be nice and bright and smooth, but that looks really nice. I can't wait to do some dots over the top of this. I definitely prefer to have a shimmery inner corner, but I think for the purpose of this look, it's gonna look a lot better if I have a matte in the inner corner. But I am gonna do some shimmers on my lid, probably just one, and I think I just wanna use the pink shimmer, and then I'm gonna probably also use a lighter shimmer from my collection to just use in the front portion of my lid, because I feel like that is the only concern, or that is the only thing that I don't love about this palette, is that so many of these shimmers are just a little bit too dark for what I prefer. So I think I'm just gonna use this dry, and I'm gonna take this shade here called Referral. I just wanna see how this applies dry, but I think it's gonna look great. And I'm just gonna put that on pretty much most of my lid here, except for just the front portion, where, like I said, I am gonna take a little bit of a lighter shimmer, probably like a light pink, or maybe even a highlighter. Maybe I'll use one of my Bitter Lace Beauty highlighters, or we'll see. I can use one of the iridescent ones from Terra Moon as well, but I just want to have something a little bit lighter that's going to kind of blend into this. But this is looking really, really cute. So I'm going to take the shade here called Red Giant. This one is from Terra Moons. It's probably my all-time favorite iridescent eyeshadow, because it's just such a pretty, like, pink red duochrome. And I'm gonna put that on the front portion of my lid here and just sort of blend that into a little bit into the matte in the inner corner, but mostly blend it into the shimmer that I have on my lid. Again, I'm just using this dry. I don't really want the shimmers on my lid to be the star of the show, because like I said, I'm gonna do some dots in the inner corner and I really want those to pop. But this is doing, again, exactly what it is that I wanted to do. I think that looks super cute. Going back into the white just one more time to make sure that the white is still popping. I love this look so far. Like, this is exactly what I envisioned when I sat down to film, and that doesn't always happen. A lot of the times I'll have a plan and then I'll just kind of veer from my plan, and it turns out to be something completely different than what I planned. But I feel like this is actually what it is that I wanted it to be, and I love it. Okay, let's do some dots. So here's how I do this. I just use a little cap and I put some water in it. I put a eyeliner brush in the water, and then I'm gonna use this split pan right here, which you can tell I've already kind of mixed before, so I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna mix these two colors because I really like the kind of green that formed. So I'm really just kind of going in like this, making sure this is nice and wet, and that is the color that I want it to be. I'm gonna take a little bit more water. I do want this to be nice and wet, and just make sure that it doesn't dry down. And then I'm just going to wipe off my brush, going to dip it back into the water, just wipe it off on a towel, and I'm going to take a nail dotting tool, which you can get these on Amazon or really probably any kind of craft store, and I'm just going to put my nail dotting tool in that color, and I'm going to start making some dots just where I have the, that is so cute, I love it, just where I have the white down. Like, could I have made these a little bit smaller? Sure, but I do want them to stand out, so this is totally fine. Oh, I love that. That is so cute. And I'm being quite happy with this because I do want this to be like the star of the show, like I said, and I really think that this is absolutely the star of the show now. Ah, the feeling when you literally cannot stop. I'm done. I'm stopping. I really need to stop. Okay, I love this. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some highlighter. I'm probably gonna use, actually let me do that on camera because why not? I'm gonna use the same shade as I used as my ass I used ass. How many times can I say ass in one sentence? Not that kind of ass, trust me. That's not what I was going for. Oh my god. Okay, Annette, you need to shut up. I'm gonna use, let's use this brush right here. Just dipping right into that eyeshadow that I use with my brush here, and I'm just gonna put that on as my face highlighter, and this makes for the most beautiful face highlight. Look at that. Like, the amount of times that I've used this shadow as a highlighter is not even funny. Like, I will hit pan on this shadow eventually just because I use it on my face so often, because I love the way that this looks. I'm gonna take a little bit of this on my brow bone here as well, just using a very small brush so that I can really get in there. And then I'm gonna do some eyeliner and lashes, and I'll come back and show you the look as well as the other 3 looks that I've done. And here is the look all put together, and I feel like a cute little strawberry, which is exactly what I wanted. I love how this turned out. I love these lashes. I keep talking about them. These are the Unicorn Cosmetics lashes in the style Baby. Can't get enough of them. I think they are beautiful. On my lips, I have a lipstick from Wet n Wild that I've kind of had in my drawer for quite some time, and I was like, I just want something kind of subtly pinky mauvey, and I thought I could use this one just to try it out. This is in the shade Matte for Mauve, and I really like it. I thought it was super easy to apply. It's really comfortable. It's like a nice shiny formula, and I'm probably not going to be wearing it for too long because I do plan on eating lunch in like an hour or something like that before I leave for the mall. So I just wanted something that was easy to put on, something that's gonna look good, but it's also easy to take off. And then I'm gonna probably apply something that's a little bit more long lasting before I leave the house. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you the other looks that I've done. I'm probably just going to play some music over them because I don't feel like I can talk for 3 full looks, because I feel like you guys already know what I'm gonna say about this palette. So go ahead and enjoy the looks, and then I will tell you just like my final thoughts at the end of the video.
I'm trying to stay focused, but somehow all I can think of is when you split. I gotta find the motive, play forward, watch every sequence bit by bit, 'cause this is my own investigation. I am obsessed with finding out why you left. I keep on searching for the missing pieces, try to find the reason why I ended up without you, baby. I got about 1,000,000 leads to find the answer why you left me in the cold. I'm turning every stone like a detective. What's your objective? I guess I'm addicted. I need to know why you rejected me. Like a detective. What's your objective? I guess I'm addicted. I need to know why you rejected me. I'm lying awake in our bed while staring holes in the ceiling. I got no clues. You played a trick in my head. Can't listen to reason or logic. I'm so confused. I'm caught up in a web of these loose ends that don't lead nowhere. But I won't rest my case until I know. I keep on searching for the missing pieces, try to find the reason why I ended up without you, baby. I got about 1,000,000 leads to find the answer why you left me in the cold. I'm turning every stone like a detective. What's your objective? I guess I'm addicted. I need to know why you rejected me. Like a detective. What's your objective? I guess I'm addicted. I need to know why you rejected me. I think I will get a second chance. If I solve the puzzle, it would all make sense. But deep inside, I know it's not that simple. Feels like I'm banging my head against the wall. I keep on searching for the missing pieces, try to find the reason why I ended up without you, baby. I got about 1,000,000 leads to find the answer why you left me in the cold. I'm turning every stone like a detective. What's your objective? I guess I'm addicted. I need to know why you rejected me. Like a detective. What's your objective? I guess I'm addicted. I need to know why you rejected me.
Even if you tried, you wouldn't understand it. just a bit of sugar to that horrid bitter. Maybe you taste different. Hold up, baby, I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different. Go on, blow up your ego, your undenying, undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble lacking, everlasting ego. I guess it never hit you. Our conversation takes two, paying it some interest from time to time. Inside all that greatness and all of your adventures, you're all alone. Hold up, baby, I can sit beside you.
So now that you have seen all the looks, I don't really have much to say other than I freaking love this palette still. The only thing that I've said before is I wish that there would be some lighter shimmers in here because these are just a little bit too dark. All of these really are a little bit too dark for what I prefer. I always like to have a light shimmer in the front portion of my lid, and I don't feel like any of these except for the yellow or like gold is light enough to do that. So if I'm going to use any of these other shades, I almost have to pull in something that's a little bit lighter for me to get the kind of looks that I like to do, unless I want to do a very, very smoky eye. But then I almost feel like these are a little bit too light again. Am I picky? I'm a little bit picky, but that's okay. This is purely a personal preference kind of thing, and I'm going to be mostly reaching for this palette for the mattes, just like I do with the other palettes from Blendbunny. It's not that I don't like the shimmers from them. I think that they are totally fine, but I think that I just have other shimmer formulas and shimmer colors that are more special and that I want to reach for over those. But that's totally fine. Like, I think it's good that they're putting shimmers into their palettes because not everybody has a huge collection like I do, because I obviously have way more eyeshadows than I will ever need in my entire life, and I'm okay with that because I am on YouTube and that is my excuse, okay? But like I said, I think that it's nice that they have shimmers in their palettes because a lot of people like to have shimmers and mattes in their palettes, but I just think that the Blendbunny formula, the matte formula, is just so fantastic. But again, I think that it's a beautiful palette. If you want to pick it up, I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you have the other palettes from Blendbunny, do you need this one? I'm not sure. That would be up to you to decide. I feel like there are similar shades in the other palettes, but I don't think there are really any dupes except for the black and white matte, which she does have in the other palettes as well. But yeah, if you like the brand, you're gonna love this palette because it is a really nice palette, and I'm so happy that she sent it my way. Thank you so much. I always appreciate when you send me stuff because I end up getting so much use out of them, and if you ever stop sending me stuff, I'll just buy all of the stuff anyway. So that's gonna be it for today. If you want to see some more Blendbunny palette videos, I'm gonna put my playlist up on the screen. Thank you so much for watching as always. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.